When I finally decided I wanted to get a dog, I went to the Pasadena Humane Society, and there was this little dog, about 18 pounds, absolutely terrified in the back corner of a kennel. She was probably the most broken dog in the entire shelter. I thought, wow, she really needs a lot of help. As soon as I brought her home, she just wanted to sit in the corner and just shake. I noticed that she was just very afraid of everything. She is terrified of noises, anything with wheels, really. Strollers, bicycles.
Hi, sweetie.
People in general. She's just terrified of people.
It's just me.
Almost anything in the environment that makes noise, that moves, or, you know, or is living, she's just absolutely terrified. I started taking her to work with me, and I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if she could get over her trust issues with people? The children could just experience what it is being around a dog and bring a little bit more happiness to their lives through her. When she's afraid, she's completely oblivious to her own safety. She just wants to run, she wants to hide. Several months ago, we were out in a very high traffic area and her collar broke. And she took off running across the street. She got hit by a car and then she just took off running. And I lost it. I was just out looking for her. People were helping me find her. It was a really cold night. It was freezing. And so I'm thinking, she found a hole to crawl into, and she's just not gonna eat, she's not gonna drink anything, and she's just gonna let herself just go to waste. It was around midnight, and I was posting signs, and I realized how still it was. It was really quiet, and I started whistling. And all of a sudden, I see a little dog coming at me. I mean, I could not believe it. It was like right out of a movie. My first concern was to run her to the emergency vet. He said, your dog's perfectly healthy, minor abrasions, but she's completely fine. I realize now that she reminds me of what I was like when I was a kid. That part of her really called to me. I mean, I really knew what she was feeling and what she was going through. I think that's why she's so special to me.
This is my dog. My dog that doesn't seem to enjoy being a dog.
I think what I want for her is the happiness that she's given me. I want her to really feel what that feels like.
Dog behavior expert Cesar Millan knows that extreme fear in a dog can have a variety of causes, and that it's often a very difficult issue to overcome.
Okay, man, so how can I help you?
Well, my dog is very skittish, very afraid. Her priority is, I want to survive. I want to get away from this. And the house, I mean, that brings it out in her. She's not a happy-go-lucky inside the house. And so I've tried to figure out what I've done in the environment, sort of a...
Well, you can go back to the beginning when you brought her in. They don't rationalize.
Right.
She just needed this home that she felt the same way she felt at the shelter.
Right.
And you were related to
Right,
it.
exactly.
But you're not related at the dog park.
Right, right.
So that's why it's taking a little longer for her to adjust, because you do have some great times.
Right.
And then we go back into areas where I don't feel sure about myself, and you can't help her.
Yeah.
Even though that's what you're trying to do.
Right.
So
right.
you follow?
Yeah, absolutely.
What they see is what you can do,
Right.
not what you're thinking doing.
Right, right. One of the reasons I was interested in her is, I came from a Mexican immigrant family, no education. I never felt safe really at home. My parents were always working. I had to raise my younger brother. I mean, I'm sure you understand a lot of those things.
Sounds
and,
like home.
Yeah, and it was tough. You know,
Yeah.
it was really tough. I was picked on all the time. So I myself developed a lot of trust issues with people. But I've been fortunate to have people along my life that have cared about me enough to help me. And
Nice pack.
right, exactly. And that's what I want to be for her. I want to be that. And so in an effort to try to get her to, you know, come out of her shell, I have taken her sometimes to rehearsal. She does well.
Classical music?
Classical music.
Really?
I'm an orchestra conductor and flute player. Yeah. Yeah. I would love it if she would be able to have enough trust to then also want to interact with the kids. And I think it would bring a lot of joy to them.
Well, music, animals? I think it's
All of it.
right there.
I mean, it's like...
I can definitely help you. What I'm suggesting is for her to come to the center once, because she's rock bottom.
Right. Yeah.
You know, when a dog is not even curious about the smell of somebody's shoes after he came from a horse place,
Right.
you know, she should be like all over my plate, you know, my body, but she was nothing to do.
Right.
So how can I be even a teacher to her?
Right.
You need the pack. You can't, this kind of state of mind, you can't do it on your own. Or like you say, you had a group of people who help you and support you.
Right.
Otherwise, it would be really hard for you to make it. You know what I mean? You got a pack of people, so she really needs a pack of dogs just for me to see, okay, this is not a chemical imbalance.
Right.
You know, we don't need medication for this. It's just a matter of time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm super 100% committed to doing whatever it
Sounds
is
like it.
that I need to do for her. No,
Okay,
I'm,
well, so you just go and
I'm
then I take care of the rest.
All right.
All right? Now the best thing to do here is really, until she calms down, she chooses a certain position, then I move. I'm gonna pretend exactly what she wants, which is she's not really here, so to speak, you know, she's like wanna disappear. Very, very severe case, I like that. Because she's such a rock bottom, that I want to reprogram the whole nose, eyes, ears. It's like she's born all over again. You know, they're born with the nose open, 15 days later they open the eyes, 21 days later they open the ears. And so obviously somebody didn't really provide too much of a nose way of relating. This is a familiar sound to her, better than the thing. Maintaining the same body language, same height is also good. It's important, you know. I really wish I can transform into a dog right now, but I can't. I can only pretend to be one. So, present. There you go. See, I got it. See that? It's very important. It's not just, you're going with me. That's the scruff, you know. See, I don't think this particular dog was raised by the mom the way they should. So she's missing a lot of those touches, you know, like the mother comes and carries them, or the mother comes and grooms them, you know, all that type of touch. This is why we have to let their mothers raise them. You know, 2 to 3 months will be ideal because they lose who they are or the identity. And that can make a dog very afraid, very nervous, very anxious. The table stabilizes them, keeps them in one place, and you get to start working with their body. Tail up is always a very proud position. She's not doing it on her own, but she's a little bit more curious. This is why we need dog psychology centers after shelters. This is like perfect candidate to spend enough time with a pack before a family wants to adopt. There you go. Most of my carrying is from here, but this is important to feel. This is for the brain. All right. right, so remember, because your energy means a lot, every time you see a frightening dog, just breathe. That's a better energy than saying, oh my God, okay? Look how she opens her feet, you know? And there's nothing really bad happening except in her brain. So again, you go backwards, less confrontation. She's like trying to sink in. Any hole she finds, she's trying to sink. This is what I want. But I'm gonna do something even better. Spot. Look at Spot. Spot's gonna bring her out. Very good, Spot. There you go. Nature helping nature. Good boy, Spot. That's good. So I'm related to it. This is a much. That's what I'm saying. There you go. See. You want to move the brain. You need your pack. Now is to see who she becomes attracted to, who she can feel better with. Energy attracts energy. And when a dog chooses her to be best friend, since I already work with that dog, I have a better idea what can motivate this dog. Oh, Sid, French Bulldog, is already correcting her behavior. Little dominant. Female, typical. Her name is Sumatra. She's a pit bull. Never had puppies before, so sometimes they take a younger dog and adopt them. So hopefully she does it. I'm gonna pray that can happen. And then is Molly. Molly's curious. If somebody's gonna teach about the nose, Molly will be the one. She's a doxy. They put the nose in the ground more often. They're trackers. Right now, it's no different from the first day. So I have to do no touch, no talk, no eye contact, and the pack is gonna tell me exactly how she's been doing. All right, so there she is over there. See, the pack is bringing her. Right now, we're surrounded by everybody, and so she's curious about us. Normally, she will see people and run away, but because the pack is here, it gravitates her mind to come in here. This is the power of the pack. You know, I love it. Look, it's slowly entering into the pack. This is better than a leash. This is better than food. This is primal. This is why I need the pack to help me. Just the fact that she is exploring and using her nose is a huge, huge, huge accomplishment because she was not using her nose. Right, let me see if I can invite here.
Tina Madden, one of Cesar's assistants, has already been bonding with Luna.
So she gets overwhelmed with my energy. That's why I can't give eye contact yet. But I can touch another dog so she sees that I can be trusted. So she can see that I can pet dogs and I'm not there to harm them. All right, come on, let's follow. So if we go into a corner, backwards again. She's definitely not trusting yet, but not running anymore. That to me is a big plus, especially after only 24 hours. We're gonna see how she's behaving with Tina because Tina has pretty much put a little bit more time than me right now. What we're seeing right now is a much curious dog, not so much involved in her nervousness or her fear. Insecure dogs can feel more challenge towards male than they will feel with female. See, that's good. There you look at that. Oh. Hey! Hey! Don't let her go. I was a little scruff, And I tell you what, Luna started the whole thing. She invited into the space, and then my girlfriend here came and do this behavior. Luna took it as the... Hey! Hey! So an insecure dog can actually get in trouble if he becomes insecure dominant. There you go. And then just walk away. The way we ended was very quiet. So, and they both were in a submissive state. Let us see you come in. That's very good. I'm gonna give you a little report about Luna. She has a lot of phobias, and one of them was a kid. And so Calvin, my 8-year-old son, is working with her. I want her to believe that the kids can also be a pack leader and that she can run away from them. Very good. She comes to you. Very good. Right there. Put it on. We're learning. We all learn. I'm learning. I never seen such a weak case where everything, the wind, everything that moves around, it creates this incredible fear. She's wearing a bandana because people is focusing on the collar instead of focusing on the skittishness. And today is a very important day because today we're doing acupuncture on her, and I'm really looking forward for the side effect, meaning in a good way, you know, what's the acupuncture going to trigger or create in her nervous way of being.
Western veterinarians have begun to use acupuncture as a non-invasive and non-pharmaceutical way to treat animals. Studies show that acupuncture can increase blood flow, lower heart rate, and improve immune function. It also stimulates the release of the body's natural feel-good neurotransmitters, endorphins.
With acupuncture, you're going inside and getting deep and looking at the root of the whole problem with energy.
I can see the switch. I can see the switch. And then it's still flexible.
Everyone asks me, dogs and cats with acupuncture, how in the world do you get the needles in? I mean, they're so open to that type of treatment because it feels good and they know energy. They just know energy.
It's 1 o'clock right now. It's a lot of sound. But in a dog that is normally so nervous, she's not reacting, not even this much.
We kept the needles in for 15 minutes. She was doing really well. Right at that point when I was starting to talk about taking them out, I felt her starting to ramp up with her energy. I felt she was very open. She just settled right into it. Her energy shifted. It was like she was pleading to be helped with this. She doesn't want to have this anxiety. She doesn't really know where it comes from. She wants to be calm.
My goal is just for all of us just to go out, and so she follows. See, the thing is, she follows us in, so she follows out. See, you have to be able to focus and concentrate only on the belt or the machine moving forward. Good boys. Good boy, buddy. That's a good boy. Come on, Jack. That's professional. That's professional body right there. That's professional. Yeah. Things like this, just moving back and forth, you know, just for her to get used to it. That's it. After 2, 3 times, it's not a big deal. There we go. Yeah. They're all coming to the sound, so that's how she's gonna learn from the pack that this means affection. Right? You remember this girl, right? Look at this. Nobody gets more affection than her. Nobody, nobody, nobody. Just like, you know, what happened in our life, every time we go through a challenge, our self-esteem gets into another level. Luna is moving slowly, and we see incredible improvement, which you guys are about to see.
How are you?
Welcome home.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good, good.
Thanks for your patience. Thanks for waiting.
Absolutely.
Now, we're just gonna go in, present ourselves as a scent and energy.
Okay.
All right, Tina, come with us. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all right.
So we're just gonna meet right here.
Okay.
There you go. Whole point is for her to recognize you and say, okay, this is the guy who actually saved my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nose, we want the nose, you know?
Hi, Luna. Hi. Oh, she's so excited.
Bouncing around, we want them.
Wow. She's never been this excited to see me before.
There's a big truck just passed by. It's not bothering her whatsoever. I love it. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that she just recognized me instantly, and she was so affectionate. She's never been that affectionate before.
Yeah, mama. That's right. So you see, every time she's doing something where the brain is moving forward, we start using the sound that would normally make her run away.
I'm surprised she didn't jump off the treadmill when she heard that.
By that,
Right.
exactly. Now, as you know, you have to learn how to use the tool so you can create the best experience. In this case, if we have a Luna who is curious about the world, we want her to go forward, right? So that's what the Flexi Leash right now can help, because that can create a better self-esteem. See that? That's a big deal right there.
Right.
Luna will be
gone.
an Echo Park or someplace. This is a big deal right here. The guy coming forward freaks it out. The trailer. Look at how she's passing by.
That's amazing.
Look at her, she's alert.
Right. I know that he's gonna keep her for another month, and so as much as it saddens me, I'm really excited though, because transformation in 1 month is amazing, so I can only imagine how much better off she's gonna be in another month.
During the next few weeks, Abel will continue to visit Luna at the center to keep up on her progress and to learn more ways to help her when she goes home.
You're gonna stay here for another month? Yeah.
You know, one thing that I would like to do is to come to that area where you teach the kids.
Yeah.
And bring it for the first time.
Okay.
She will be a new instrument to work with.
Okay, great.
You know what I mean?
That's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing.
I didn't know this thing existed. Look at that. Look at that face.
Yeah.
Look, America, we can do it. We use everything possible to create balance.
In addition to her regular pack activities, Luna continues to receive acupuncture every 2 weeks to help treat her anxiety.
Start always from a holistic point of view. If it doesn't work, then you move to the pharmaceuticals. Why not?
Luna's phobias are so great that Cesar often brings her home at night so the family can work with her.
One day, I step on this plastic, and that completely threw her off. And so when I turn around, the only thing I saw is a dog just jumping at the gate. This is a very tall gate. This is totally unexpected. Didn't realize, you know, that a simple plastic thing was gonna just totally throw her off completely.
A devastated Cesar calls her owner Abel.
When I got the phone call, I could sense from everybody that there was this very sincere emotion about the fact that my dog was lost that day. And when I was driving there, it was about 2 hours, two-hour drive for me. And it was a very hard drive for me to do. And I kept saying, I'm not gonna be angry. I'm gonna find her. But I was angry inside. I was upset. So when I got there, Cesar came up to me and gave me a hug, and he said, I am so sorry. And that meant the world to me. And I saw the fence, and I know my dog. I mean, she can jump a 6-foot fence, and I knew it was nobody's fault. I knew it had nothing to do with it. It was just that my dog just jumped the fence. And I could see how hard everyone was working. So it was a hard day, but as the day went on, I kept telling Tina, once it's dark and it's cool, I will find her. I know it. At about 10:15, 10:30, I was driving around and I whistled for her, and out comes this little dog from behind the hill. And she ran right up to me. I took her in, put her in the car, ran her back to Cesar, and I said, here's my dog. I must really trust you, but here is my dog, because I think it's important for her to finish this entire process. And I knew that if I brought her home, we would never be done.
Abel was only capable to take Luna to a level 2, meaning she's not drowning anymore.
Good girl.
Then I come the next 2 months to a level 9.
Oh, look at this.
I don't want to complete her. I just want to take her to a certain level so he can complete her. So I brought 2 helpers, Coco and Daddy, of course, because that energy is very important. As you see, when she came to us, you could not influence her with sound or food or pretty much anything. If fear was in her mind, that was it. That was the only choice for her as far as she was concerned. All right, so that Luna is following Daddy. That's the key here. And I knew where I want her to be, right behind Abel. On a cushion that she was familiar at the center. And I've been using this cushion everywhere I go. And I said, you're gonna stay right there and that's gonna be your safe place. Instead of Luna trying to find a safe place by hiding, I said, no, I'm going to provide a safe place for you. When you have Daddy on one side totally going to sleep, she can only become that energy. So this is using everything you have for the benefit of one dog.
Can we move on to... Hi, Luna. Hi, Mama. When Luna arrived at the rehearsal, I actually got a little emotional. And even though I've been seeing her for the last couple months, it was really exciting to know that today was the day when she was gonna get to go home. Hi, Mama. How you doing?
And actually, what you guys are doing right now, which is being very calm, very focused, is what she needs. This is a case that was nervous, so if people start approaching her too soon, she gets more nervous. So it's best for us to keep distance and relax and focus on whatever you guys are doing, because that's the best energy you can share with a nervous type case. Okay?
It would be so great if Luna was the Harmony Project mascot. For her to come in and lay down and be okay with all the noise and music that was going on was just really, really amazing. Cellos, right here, change. I couldn't believe it. Bum, bum. That was it. Too short. Too short.
Skateboard in the back. She got a little concerned about it, but not a big deal.
Right? That's great.
That's not bad. See, observe.
Right.
So
But not sliding and not avoiding.
Not sliding. You know, skateboard's in the back, I go in front, I deal with it.
All right.
Right?
Right.
Abel is doing fantastic. Now we're gonna go inside his house and see the end result. Just to check how Abel corrects situation, just in case Luna go back into her old self. We want that. She's at the door. She's at the door. She's nice. She's at the door. I can hear the, very nice. This is what we want. We really want her, hold on, don't. We really want her to come in. There you go. That would be a more normal dog to come, you know, and greet. So today she's using her nose more. Who's behind the door, which is what we wanted. I always say, I want to bring her nose back. Luna can regress. I don't see that happening. I just have so much faith on Abel. I wish he can change profession, because he has the energy that it really takes to rehabilitate guys like this. This is just a matter of time. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're a good man, and I'm so happy to help you. Hopefully your mom knows that you're a good man, you're risking it. Senora, he's a great man.
We'll be in touch for sure. Thanks for everything, absolutely.
Luna is definitely a part of my family. I find that my life is so much less complicated because of her. I have a reason to come home every day, and I have a reason to get up every day, and she just really fulfills a lot of stuff inside in my life.
Lured by great weather and more than 1,000 miles of coastline, millions of tourists flock to Florida for fun and relaxation. Teeming with freighters and tons of cargo, Florida's ports are also vital checkpoints for national security. Some of the most trusted agents on the Port Protection Beat utilize world-class noses to determine whether something smells fishy.
After 9/11, there was a huge demand for explosive detection dogs. What we're looking for is explosives, weapons, and any of the components thereof.
Brian Johnson and Charmaine Sims own their canine detection business in Florida. Their 6 dogs perform their work tirelessly as they sniff for suspicious or even deadly cargo.
Dogs' scent discrimination is unbelievable. They can tell a difference in a Tylenol and an aspirin. They're 97% accurate when they're checking for whatever it is they've been trained to alert to.
When they find it, they get the reward, and then for them, it's a game of hide and seek. What we look for is a high hunt and a high prey drive. And when they're not working, they're pets.
Come here. Oh, good girl.
Patsy has a unique personality. She's the crazy little blonde lab. For her, it's 0 to 600 miles an hour and nothing in between. Sissy's the real people dog. Very loving, wants to be around you, wants to be near you all the time. Rex, the Belgian Malinois, also is a protection dog. But he's a huge baby. You step on his toe and he'll cry like crazy, but he's very intimidating and very frightening. But don't step on his toe.
When Brian and Charmaine expanded the business and brought in 3 new dogs, problems quickly emerged.
Euro is majestic, but he is the one that has the irritating bark. This is Mirek. Why can't we all just get along? Mirek's the funny one. He thinks he's a little lap dog, wraps himself up around you when you're trying to walk across the yard. In every family, you got the problem child, and that'd be Freddie.
Freddie's about 2.5 years old, chocolate lab, looks like a sweetie pie, but to be able to integrate our pack of 6 dogs, the problem has been that when they're in their kennels, he rushes their kennels.
And then out of the blue, Freddie comes out and attacks Mirek, a German Shepherd, 3 times his size. They get into a death fight.
Mirek, of course, had to have surgery. The muscle was exposed above his eye, and the chocolate lab that appears to be such a sweetie pie gave no warning, just immediately attacked.
We were afraid to try to integrate them because I had wanted to, and then with that episode, it was just kind of overwhelming. And so currently, we're walking the dogs individually, but it's taking all day long and all of our resources, so tempers get short.
We feed them separately. We can't let them out in the yard at the kennel together. Everything we do has to be one-on-one. It has taken every minute of the day to take care of the dogs.
I'd like to be able to do like I see Cesar do, is get all of his dogs together, take them for a walk, to exercise them, to be a family, to be a pack.
He's got to rehabilitate our dogs, and he's got to train us. So we're going to learn how to do this.
Cesar arrives at Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale to take on the case. But can he transform these squabbling co-workers into a balanced pack?
I kind of have now a little fear. Yeah. It's not like, okay, I enjoy them, and individually they're a joy. Working is fun, but I'm very paranoid, especially when I'm there by myself, to be careful I don't let anybody out, because the new 3 dogs do not mesh with the older 3 dogs.
We got the Labrador Retriever, and within a few short days, he attacked the large German Shepherd.
The Labrador?
The little lab attacked him.
62-pound lab attacked an 80-pound shepherd, and there was blood everywhere, and truly in that fight, there wasn't like you see some dogs stand off, hair stands up in the ground. No, it was an instant attack, instant had hold of each other's face and neck. They never stood back up, and you could tell they're going to fight till somebody dies.
They're going to a red zone, which they shouldn't.
So what we're wanting to do is integrate all of our dogs into a pack, and for me to learn the skills to do that, and then if we increase our pack, to be able to bring those new ones in.
Right.
For example, just cleaning the kennels or walking the dogs is an all-day adventure because you have to do them one at a time.
To feed them. It's
To
one
feed
at a
them.
time.
And then Another issue is there's a big jealousy if one dog's working or out of the kennel at the home or at work, and the others want to be.
Yeah.
Loud barking, constant, and one of the dogs has an ear-piercing bark that just sets you to great instantly. So if we can mostly address the family, the wholeness, I try to be the leader, and I have that rapport with each one, but individually, as a group, I'm afraid that something will happen. We had friends at the house, we had a lot of the dogs out, an article got thrown in the air, set off the dogs into a frenzy. They're very possessive. The three, I could throw a ball and the fastest one to get it and there'd be no fight, and I never had to worry about any bloodshed.
Yeah.
But now with the new guys and that fight that arose in the backyard that I was able to separate then, I'm afraid that it won't be able to. And the size of some of the dogs is large.
You want to learn about a pack.
I want to be able to go get the dogs out without the others going all crazy. To be able to look at them and say, hey, you're next. Be patient.
I'm ready. The environment here is not a quiet environment. The lights are loud, the boats are loud, the people here are loud, the forklifts are loud. It's all about money. It's all about creating this, getting people in, getting people out, you know, making sure nobody gets unsupervised. That's what we have to learn to create relaxation, calmness within the chaos.
This is Freddie. He's the one that's been instigating most of our problems. This is Mirek. All he wants to do is play. He has no aggression in him at all.
Is the best energy you have?
He would be the calmest.
Yeah, his energy is very calm.
Yes.
Yeah. You can make this the role model. I always say you have to allow your dog to work or you have to find him a job. Well, these guys have a job, they just don't know how to rest. The way I was gonna end this day is I was gonna have all the doors open and they were gonna be relaxed. I know exactly how working dogs view gates. A gate open means work. A gate open never means relaxation. Dog training is a philosophy created by human, and it's a lot of sound involved. Good boy, yeah, come get it. Suck that, yeah. Find him, yeah. You know, it's just holding the.
That's right.
You see, so his mind is like, yeah. And then he finds it, forget about it. Yeah, good boy. Oh my God. So the dog never learned to find whatever calmly.
Can you come work for us?
Yes.
Cesar decides to begin the rehabilitation process with Mirek, even though it initially creates a commotion with the other dogs. Upon closer inspection, Cesar notices warning signs in the dog's eyes.
I saw a group of dogs where they all share the same pupils. Huge, like when you seen a dog under stress, not only the pupil were, wide open, I saw a green film. In my observation, that green film, without a doubt, takes the dogs into a fight mode. What I have to focus is into lower the pupil down. When I lower the pupil down, that means the mind is in a calm, submissive state. It was just a matter of time for him to taste my energy, for him to feel my energy, and then after that, boop, he went into a beautiful zone. Then I went after his enemy, Freddie, who had a bad past. Then Freddie actually became really calm, submissive very quickly. He's very sensitive to hand and the tap, so we can use that as a plus. Calms himself quicker. He didn't put up a fight. The German Shepherd started looking with the ears forward and the alert side of him. He was trying to create a problem, and so I have to address. I just know that he attacked him. So right now, I'm presenting him in his turf and his territory and his home that I can bring him in and nobody shares any negative energy to each other. So what you're seeing right now is he is going into a state of avoidance and submission. Just like a human can be very successful in making millions and billions of dollars, but if he doesn't know how to relax, his life is living hell. It's not about working right now. Right now, it's about relaxing. You have to be able to know. You have to be able to switch. This is typical, he's fighting. It's not that he's not trained on the leash. I'm pretty sure if I say a certain word, he will go into that working mode. There you go, see that? That's what we want, that switch, that calmness, that relaxation. What we're doing right now is preparing a dog to walk as a pack member, not as a team member. Team member means work, pack member. Now I'm gonna get the bad boy. There we go. See, calmly, calm, submissive, relax. Now let's get another Labrador. Can you bring me another leash? The fastest way to help a dog to want to kill each other is to walk with each other. Simple as that. And I know that because I was gonna help them to walk together, that the pupil was gonna go to a normal size. Oh, the handlers are there. So they're gonna smell the handler. So as soon as we pass this obstacle, that's it. They're gonna go back to where they ate. See, that was the obstacle. The handlers were right there. So as soon as we passed the handler, I was able to bring the control back. Okay, let's go for number 4. They love to find drugs and bombs. I love to put a pack together. Here. Do they learn to love it? Yeah. Oh, this is good.
Look, he's got Freddie right beside Sissy.
No kidding. Why can't we do that?
We can. We can do that.
Of course, it would be ideal for the whole pack to join us into this activity. But because it was not enough time to get to all of them, I addressed myself to the one who were creating the problem. The other guys get the benefit of the outcome of us walking this pack. Now let's get the handlers in here. That's when we get to see magic.
We were anxious, nervous, because I've watched a lot of Cesar's programs. One, I knew there was probably going to point out some things that I needed to do better.
No tension.
No tension.
No. We have to calm the excitement down. So that is tension.
Okay.
You can stop them. Look. Shh. Shh. Come on, you gotta get in the zone.
I'm in the zone, baby. I'm in the zone.
There we go. So that's why they're all. Yeah. They were fine. They were fine.
Are you saying this is our problem?
I always say it's a human problem. Look, let me have it again.
Yes, sir.
I'm using my feet right now to block. See, it's no tension.
Yes, okay.
I had to get that through my head through several walks up and down that dock. You know, these are his boundaries. It's my job to keep him there.
You can touch, you can tap, you can twitch.
I personally feel aggravation that the dog's not doing what I want.
Don't take it personal, because this is not a personal thing. You have give an excited source of energy. You have give them a job, but you have not give them the job of relaxing. It's a job to relax.
And that's what we want. So what I hear you saying is if we can work together as a pack, this whole family will be a lot happier.
Well, this is the beginning right here. Look, my pack is not moving. Right? Shh. Look, see that right there? That's a correction because he went with his head in the top of his head as a dominant behavior. Right away, snap him out of it, and then he went back to the state that he wants. So this is the archie enemies. Also notice the pupil is where he's supposed to be.
His eyes have changed,
yes.
Definitely.
And because his eyes change, his energy that he projects is also changed.
Yeah.
Cesar shows Brian and Charmaine how to use their belt loops in order to enjoy the benefits of a hands-free walk.
You're already making it happen.
All right. I go.
Because you're so used to use your arms, and your arms are not really creating relaxation.
No.
I want you to use your different part of your body, you know, just to block, you know, because every time you pull, you do this.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna pull a ship.
I get frustrated with the dog, so I'm quick to anger. And then what I'm actually doing is showing my aggression.
We're not gonna go and kill anybody right now.
Okay.
You don't have to go like Terminator.
So what I've learned here today is how to express myself to the dogs.
You know, heel.
In a non-threatening manner or a non-aggressive manner.
After the walk, Cesar brings everyone back to their cages to implement his vision of having the pack waiting calmly at their open gates.
This is awesome.
This is a resting place. They should never go in there pulling you, dragging you.
Wow.
He didn't go until he told them, you know.
So, and you don't close the door right away. You can practice, you know, not because the door is open, you come out. It's a psychological thing. Do the same thing. I know this might take a little while in the beginning, but they get used to. At the moment they touch the carpet, their brain whoop, goes in it because that's what they do. Yeah, nicely, calmly. Go ahead. There you go. Perfect. That's it.
I'll crack you. That's what I do.
Just relax. See this?
have a hard
there
time.
you go. Good, good. You see the reaction from your approach
And
my
I felt
approach?
aggravated.
Yes, because you're about to smack.
Because all...
He actually becomes powerless, you know, because he's not focusing on relaxing. He's focusing on feeding all this chaos. He's actually being part of it. Look at that one. See, that was controlled from here. So we don't have to go all the way.
Approach him.
That's right. Like, that would be ideal time to us to close the door. But I'm just extending the challenge. So this is the picture that I wanted. This is why I'm here, to create this. A calm, submissive pack, you know? And this is what I visualize. Because when I came in, I mean, anybody goes crazy with the whole yapping. You know what I mean? Anybody goes nuts. My pleasure working with you. Share that energy. Look at this. Shh. Just be a Buddha, guy.
It's incredible.
You don't have to be a gladiator.
Really, I came here looking for a solution to the problem about the pack of dogs, but I think the thing for me was that it touched in something inside me. It goes from me to the animals and to everything else in my life. And together, our other handlers, we're gonna be able to pass this right down to them, and we're gonna have a great team.
This is incredible.
That's amazing.
But it takes patience. Just like it takes patience to train a dog to find bombs and drugs and everything. To find bombs, you can be super excited. But to find peace, you have to be relaxed. When working with dogs, you can never underestimate how dogs affect each other. It takes a village to raise a child, and sometimes it takes the healthy energy of a pack to rehabilitate a dog. In Luna's case, the power of the pack was absolutely the best medicine for her.
Luna's been doing so much better since I got her back. She doesn't hide, she doesn't shake, she doesn't run from people. Thank you for giving me a dog that actually knows how to be a dog. I really appreciate it.
Charmaine and Brian report that the power of the pack is helping to turn their 6K9 sniffer into a solid team.
Brian and I are going to show you how we've been able to learn to walk more than one dog at one time and how easy it's become.
Hey, Cesar, we're trying.
Remember to stay calm and assertive around your dog, and you will set the stage for a balanced, happy pack, no matter how big or small. I am the Dog Whisperer.